I will follow you wherever you may go. There isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high it can keep me away. Away from a love.
My name is Matt Bartendale. I graduated from Stritch in 2014 and knew Dr. Matt's there, and I'm now a PGY4 in the ENT program at Loyola.
My name is Mike Hutz. I graduated from Stritch in 2015 and I'm now one of the ENT residents at Loyola.
Hi, my name is David Chan. I graduated from Loyola in 2010 and went on to do my otolaryngology fellowship at Indiana University. I finished my residency in 2015 and then went to Texas to do my facial plastic and reconstructive fellowship. Currently, I am faculty at Indiana University, where I train residents and our head and neck fellow.
Hi, my name is Tara Funk, and I'm a current third year at the Stritch School of Medicine.
Hi, I'm Rick Borrowdale. I went to med school at Loyola and I graduated in 1994. I ended up doing the residency here at Loyola and I graduated in '89. And the reason I went into this field, ENT, is because of Dr. Matz and Dr. Stankiewicz. The reason I went into head and neck is because of Dr. Matz.
Hi, my name's Shai Yang. I'm a chief ENT resident at Loyola, and I first met Dr. Matz when I was a medical student rotating on ENT.
Hi, my name is Chase Heaton. I'm a 2009 Stritch grad, currently a head and neck reconstructive surgeon out in San Francisco.
Hi, I'm Jim Martin, Loyola medical student, class of 2011, Loyola ENT resident, class of 2016. I'm now a practicing head and neck surgeon in St. Louis, Missouri.
My name's Andrea Ziegler. I didn't go to Stritch Medical School, but I'm one of the third year ENT residents at Loyola. I rotated here as a fourth year medical student, and Dr. Matz was the first attending I met.
So I'm Patrick Harbiner. I'm one of the PGY3 ENT residents here at the University of Utah.
Hey, I'm Zach Federici, Stritch School of Medicine 2013, Loyola ENT in 18.
My name is Sam Kearns and I'm a graduate of the residency program in 2008. I practice general otolaryngology here in the suburbs of Cleveland.
Hi everyone, my name is Gina Lazara and I'm a third year medical student here at Stritch.
My name is Carl Moeller. I graduated from Loyola School of Medicine in 2006 and from the ENT program at Loyola in 2011.
My name is Elise Lippman. I graduated from Stritch in 2014 and I'm currently a fourth year ENT resident at University of Illinois in Chicago.
My name is Jeff Petrusik. I'm a 2016 graduate of Stritch School of Medicine and I'll be a 2021 graduate of the ENT department here at Loyola.
I'm Bridget Driscoll Burgess. I was Loyola Stritch class of 2013, and I'm a fifth year ear, nose, and throat resident at Loyola now. And Dr. Matz, he was the reason I went into ENT.
I did a third year medical student rotation with him, and that year we had a huge flood, and it took me about 2 hours to drive from my Oak Park apartment to Loyola, and I never even once considered turning around because I could not disappoint Dr. Matz. And when I finally showed up that day, he was very amused that I had persisted for 2 hours in traffic, and from then on he was 100% my mentor, and he told just about everyone who would listen that story about me braving the flood to come to clinic. And the fact that that's what he used as my defining story really shows me how much a person's character mattered to him.
And I remember one time he asked me where I was applying for residency, and I said, well, I could go wherever, but my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, he wanted to stay in Chicago. and Dr. Matz told me, well, Bridget, it seems as though you have a testosterone problem. And then I think the first time you met Zach, I think he said, so you're Bridget's testosterone problem.
Dr. Matz, every time I think about him, I smile because, he had this way where, you talk to him and he would remember such random details about you that nobody else would ever even remember. Every time I would talk to him, he'd somehow bring up, the water park that I met my fiance and wife at. He would bring up, the high school football team that was our rivals in 2005. He somehow knew like the quarterback's name from that year.
During our workshop, we spent probably 50 minutes on the musculoskeletal of only the head and neck, and then probably 10 minutes on the rest of the body. And he made sure to remind us that one of his favorite moves was the flexion of the bicep muscle while he was drinking his wine on his boat.
Dr. Matz, as most of you know, has a sailboat, and he took me sailing one time. And he said to me, it's cheaper than a psychiatrist.
And one of the things I loved on those morning coffees was that when he told you a story or he told you something that was funny and you knew it was good and it was a great punchline, there was a huge smile that would come over his face and his eyes and everything, and he'd always stand up and walk out. And he'd be chuckling to himself as he walked over to his chair to play some solitaire.
Matz, and it's my first time meeting with him, and I remember, I was really nervous and kind of just spitting out all these questions about ENT, and I wanted to know, like, how do I get competitive for it, and what do I need to do, and why did he choose it, and all these things. And all the while he's kind of sat there just looking at me. Long pause after I finished, and I remember thinking, like, oh man, like, I wonder which question he's gonna answer first. I just spit out a ton of things, and he sat there and he stared at me and he was like, Patrick, did you play a team sport in high school?
He would either be making mischievous comments during grand rounds or telling stories at the VA, or whether it be sailing on Emeritus. He always had a smile on his face, and so did everyone around him.
The gym, sitting in the gym lobby was one of his favorite places. He got to catch up on all his school gossip while he was there, and all the students would come up and tell him all the new hot gossip.
I walked into the ENT clinic at the VA at Hind, and he immediately summoned me over to his desk and asked me some of his go-to questions, his screening questions: where I was from, where I went to high school, if I had an SO, a significant other. He then grilled me on some Cardinals baseball trivia, most of which I got wrong.
And I have fond memories of attending baseball games with Dr. Matz and going to Wrigley Field. And one of the things that I always laughed about was how he would tell the nursing staff and the office staff that he would be out of the office at a meeting at 1060 West Addison. And I enjoyed that line so much that I have adopted it myself, and my own staff knows that for the Indians home opener that I will be at a meeting at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario here in Cleveland, where Progressive Field is. And while we were all disappointed here in Cleveland to have lost Game 7 of the World Series, it gives me quite a bit of comfort to know that Dr. Matz got to see that and cheer for his beloved Cubs.
Mentor. He not only took an interest in me and all of my other classmates, but what really made him special is that as he got to know me better, he wanted to know about me, my family, my wife, who I'm convinced he found much more interesting than me, and rightly so.
And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Dr. Matz was really the first person who made me feel like I could be successful in this specialty.
Dr. Matz, I want to thank you for all that you have done for me in the Stritch community. Your enthusiasm for ENT is exactly why I'm in the field today. I will always remember your mentoring and be appreciative of your teaching. whether it be about medicine, life, baseball, or all the other things that you were so great at. So thank you very much, and you will be missed.
Dr. Matz has been helping me ever since I even considered doing ENT. In fact, I don't know if I would have ended up going into it without his impact on me.
Talked about was that ENT was the happy surgeon specialty. And when I think about that night, think about the happy surgeon, I can't think of anyone that better exemplifies that than Dr. Matz.
His passion for teaching was unparalleled, and most Stritch students can attest to the effort that he put into our education.
So I hope he knows the influence he had on so many people. I hope we, as the students, the residents, the people that he influenced and changed, can make him proud. So thank you, Dr. Matz.
Another thing he once said to me was, treat everyone the same, whether it's the person valet parking the cars or the president of the hospital. I think he truly did live that, and we all saw that every day in the way he treated all of the staff and his patients. And then lastly, his generosity. Dr. Matz was one of the attendings who year after year gave every resident a Christmas present. And when you're a young, poor resident, I think that really has a huge impact, and that's something I've tried to bring to my own practice. He really was a wonderful man, and I will miss him very much. And I'm proud to have gotten a chance to know him and be part of the Loyola family.
He was an important mentor and a great friend. I'll really miss him.
And I'm not sure I would be where I am today without his efforts. So for that, I'll be forever grateful. So thank you, Dr. Matz.
And I think the biggest thing I can summarize about Dr. Matz is he always made you feel special, like a special person. You know, you just weren't a medical student. You were, you know, and I remember it with the patients too. You just weren't a patient. You really took a real care and a loving care about these patients, and so that was the reason. And that's about it. Thank you.
But it was because he treated us all like his children, and he was definitely a father figure for a lot of us, and certainly for me.